ETEA is around the corner. Are you prepared for the pedagogy section? Start with these most important 77 MCQs. The more often a particular ability is used, the dash it becomes. The conclusion of a deductive argument is. The reasoning in which the given statements are viewed as supplying strong evidence for the truth of the conclusion is called. The person is influential communicator if. Generally, students like those teachers who. Child development is marked by interrelated processes. Which one is not one of them? Developing new rules and principles on the basis of given facts and information in memory level is called. Which of the following strategies is most suitable for introducing a lesson? Purpose of evaluative phase of teaching is. Which is the best method of study of child behavior? Attitude can. Which of the following teaching aids helps the pupils to study analyses and compare data? Guidance removes. Three merits of proficiency test are. When a child responds to all women who wear black suit because of the black suit of her mother, it is the example of. What is meaning of growth? The able teacher is one who. Basic education mean. A teacher must check his own unruly behavior because. When students begin learning with an activity designed to lead them to particular concepts or conclusions, the method of teaching is called. Teacher-centered instruction, which includes lecture, presentation and recitation, is also known as. Is an approach whereby a teacher or counselor poses questions to the student to allow them to explore ideas that may be complex or emotionally difficult. Free writing is used as a timed activity to stimulate the flow of. A dash is any activity that occurs outside the classroom for the purpose of providing hands-on experience with objects or people that only occur in certain places. When educators travel to the student's location to provide instruction on topics of professional or personal interest, the mode of teaching becomes Dash is an organizing tool to help the students visualize how many events can be tied to or contribute to a result. When students are asked to prepare an analysis of critic all features of an object or concept, the strategy is termed as While teaching in the classroom, any kind of work that involves two or more students is a form of chunking is a dash technique. The theory explaining the different types of learning and proposing that they require different types of teaching is remembered as When a notebook is maintained by a group in which each member of the group is expected to add an idea, the notebook is known as Circles of learning were formulated by Dash can be useful in motivating some students to learn. A process of looking at what is being assessed is called Formative assessment is an assessment dash learning. An assessment used to identify difficulties in the learning process is called To compile the information into pattern and propose a plan is called The most complex skill of Bloom's taxonomy is The three domains of Bloom's taxonomy are The first institution of higher learning in the Western world, academy, was founded by Which from the following is not an informal assessment? A student having scientific attitude. Through which action children learn fast. Which of the following strategies is problem-centered? There are three main duties of a teacher, which are The students of Class V make too much of noise in maths class. The probable reason of this could be that the teacher who is called the father of both realism and the scientific method, Realism is a philosophical approach that argues that ultimate reality is the world of The philosopher who is called the father of idealism is The psychologist who for the first time proposed the concept of connectionism in learning was the philosopher who for the first time taught logic as a formal discipline was According to Edward Thorndike, learning is about responding to the connection between stimulus and response is called the dash stimulus response bond. The better a person has learned the lesson, anything that causes a reaction is called which of the following techniques is used in educational surveys? Which of the skills do you consider most essential for a teacher? Condition necessary for micro-teaching is in teaching learning process, which of the following things is done first? Teaching by small steps and frequent short assignment techniques are useful for healthy arrangement of classroom. Necessary thing is a scoring guide used to evaluate the quality of students is called According to Robert Sternberg, the three different types of required intelligence for creativity are Plato argued that dash are fit to rule. The three laws of connectionism are the laws of the study of the physical, social, and mental aspects of aging is called which of the following is an important anger-arousing situation during adolescence? One of the basic principles of socializing individuals is you wish to become a teacher, because when the teacher is restating the information to show basic principles in the classroom, he is actually dash are visual frameworks to help the learner make connections between concepts. When the topic or an area of a course contains a lot of information, it is recommended to use in your view, which one is the most important factor of teaching process? Which from the following should be used to increase correct responses and appropriate behavior? Jean Piaget proposed how many stages of cognitive development? The concept of pragmatism in educational philosophy says that education should be about According to Plato, the highest goal in all of education is knowledge of the